What did you make of what we learned, and where does it lead you?
Well, first of all, Chris, I think the most important thing was the FBI director provided some clarity today. He made a distinction between what the FBI is investigating and what the internal Secret Service investigation and the independent inquiry called for by President Biden last week, what they're doing, and the two different lanes. The FBI is investigating the actual attack on the president, not necessarily the mechanics of why what appeared to be a colossal security breach out in Butler, Pennsylvania, that's going to be handled differently. I think that was a very important distinction to make today, Chris.
They also say they don't believe, from looking at his devices, which is an FBI specialty, as you well know, that this guy was connected to a group, that this, was Iran, or that he's part of some cell here, or that he was working with anyone else. Do you buy it, and what is its relevance?
Yeah, I think it's important. What the FBI director said today was there's not a lot of digital exhaust that this kid kicked out. And digital exhaust is on your phone, being part of social media, even having contact with friends and family. He was a bit of a loner. Hey, Chris, I think what we're going to find out here, this was an untrained kid, 20 years old. It doesn't appear that he had any connections to any type of hate groups or anything like that. But that is something that the investigation is going to get to the bottom of.
There's this seductive attachment to the JFK plot, and there's so many who are seeing echoes of that in this one, and I just don't think it lines up. What are your questions, and do you have concerns about a conspiracy?
Well, Chris, you and I have done this with motive so many times before. Was it 2017? We were out in Vegas during that awful shooting at the country concert. And even that, we still have no motive for that. Look, in the 1963 assassination attempt that the Secret Service dealt with when John F. Kennedy was killed, the fourth president in our history to die by an assassin's bullet, he had the high ground. And, Chris, that is something that the Secret Service learned at that point in time, that you have to own the high ground. It's a military adage. And in this instance, how you allow a kid to be able to get through security with a rangefinder in plain sight, have a weapon that he apparently assembled up on a rooftop 130 yards away. That's a cake shot with an AR-15. Chris, it's unconscionable. There's a lot of questions and so few answers at this juncture.
But just at this juncture, do you see us in the realm of negligence, or of they did this on purpose?
When you're talking about the Secret Service or about the security detail writ large, Chris, yeah. I don't want to point fingers yet. But this is a situation where this was not a national special security event like the RNC, where something with political, economic, religious, or social significance. This was a whistle-stop tour. These type of things happen 3 or 4 days in advance, and I'll bet it's going to be because they had to do the coordinations very quickly, and, Chris, things got missed.
James Gagliano, you know what you're talking about, and I appreciate you taking the opportunity here. To be continued. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.